For the grant scenario, first, we create the necessary TCPs, which are browser, email, and password. Then, we need to create a folder called grant scenario. In it, we create a test case called order computer. We can place it under a subfolder for organizational purpose. Add the following reusable test step blocks: precondition, order product, start checkout, checked out process, confirmation, verification of success, and post condition. Resolve all references other than the one for post condition underscore reference. Create a new folder called verification of prices and place it between checkout process and confirmation. In the folder precondition, test step, open the application, enter the URL for the demo web shop, in the folder order product, delete the test steps, navigate to BlueJeans, and order the BlueJeans. Rename the navigate to apparel and shoes test step to navigate to computers. Add and rename the following test steps: computer products, rename it to select computer category. Desktop, rename it to select desktop. Build your own cheap computer, rename it to order cheap computer. Fill in the data for the test step values such as product category computers and computer category desktop. Also, choose build your own cheap computer, as this test case will select a cheap computer in the web shop. Fill in the specifications such as processor, RAM, HDD, and so on. For example, the data used here is from the first test sheet instance called standard computer in the product configuration test sheet that is in the base subset for this scenario. Since the software such as Image Viewer, Office Suite, or other Office Suite are tick boxes on the demo web shop, true mean the box will be ticked. Don't forget to buffer the price. Since it's a div on the website, we need to use inner text for it. As well as entering the quantity and selecting Add to Cart. In the Checkout Process folder, check and make sure that the payment method is cash on delivery. Then, as we don't use the credit card, we can delete the payment information credit card test step. Add the payment information cash on delivery test step instead. Verify the message and select the continue button. Since there is only one cell in this table, we select #1 for both the row and the cell number. Also, make sure that the value of the message is spelled exactly as in the SUT. In our new folder, Verification of Prices, we first need to add a recovery scenario. In case the cart already has items in them, we will empty it, log out, and close the browser. Add the Confirm Order module into the Verification of Prices test step folder and rename the test step verification of prices. Now, we have a test case that will help you buy a customized, cheap desktop computer. The second part of the process is turning this test case into a template and link test sheet data to it. First, turn the test case into a template. In the Order Product folder, add the test step, build your own expensive computer, and rename it to Order Expensive Computer. With the help of the conditions that we will later add, only one of the two order test steps will be used at a time. In Select Desktop Test Step, enter X for Build Your Own Expensive Computer test step value as well. As mentioned before, we will regulate this later with a condition. Now, it's time to link the product configuration test sheet to the template. We can use the F9 key to help hide the instances for now. After that, for precondition, link the email and password attributes to the test step values. Then, for the Order Product test step folder, navigate to Order Chip Computer and delete the values of processor, RAM, HDD, and so on. Link the attributes to those test step values. Don't forget to link the software attributes as well. With this, later, each template instance will have a different configuration. Repeat the same steps with the Order Expensive Computer test step. But for the price for Order Expensive Computer, as well as entering the quantity and selecting Add to Cart the same way as with Order Cheap Computer. To verify the prices, we will need to verify the values in the cells of the table. First, select #2 for the column, as we want to check the values in the second column. Then, create 2 subtotal cells, 2 payment method additional fee cells, and 1 total cell using the drop-down list. Since subtotal means the price of the product without any extra fee, we link the product price verification attributes to the first subtotal test step value. Then we buffer it. As we use cash on delivery as payment method, the price is 7. We need to buffer that as well. For the total price, we add the 2 buffered values together. If you choose a different shipping method, don't forget to calculate them as well. Change the data type of the verification steps to numeric. Moving on to the conditions, first thing we need to do is adding instance.character is not invalid to the following folders. Order product, for Order Product test step folder, first place the conditions for the type of computer onto the test steps, Order Cheap Computer, and Order Expensive Computer. This will regulate when one of the 2 test steps will be used. Now, for the conditions on the test step values level, we can start with the Select Desktop test step. Drag and drop the Build Your Own Cheap Computer and Build Your Own Expensive Computer instances on the condition fields of the appropriate test step values. Thanks to this, when Tosca steers to the Select Desktop page, it can choose the correct option. Then, set the conditions for the computer software by dragging the true instances of the software attributes onto the condition fields for those software, because we only want the option selected if the test sheet specifies it. As mentioned before, true means the box for this software option will be ticked. This is how the conditions will look like after we have set them. Now, you can set the workstate to completed and instantiate the template.